Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you joining us around the globe on Philips.com. And of course, a warm welcome to our 20th Century and Contemporary Arts evening sale. We are thrilled to have people back in the room here at 30 Berkeley Square. Great to have everyone back here. As always, I have several announcements to make. All items are sold subject to our conditions of sale as available on the website and displayed in the sale room here. The purchase price payable is the hammer price plus the buyer's premium and any applicable taxes. I may open the bidding on any lot on behalf of the seller and may continue bidding for the seller by placing consecutive bids up to but excluding the reserve. I may execute bids on behalf of absentee bidders, and Philips staff seen here live in London, New York and Hong Kong may also execute absentee bids or bids with their clients on the telephone. Where a lot is subject to a third-party guarantee, the seller has been guaranteed a minimum price which has been financed in whole or in part by a third party placing an irrevocable bid. That third party may be compensated by receiving a fee and may continue bidding beyond the amount of their original bid. Purchase prices will be reported net of any fees paid to third parties. We have one lot withdrawn, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 39 has been removed from the sale. So we can open up straight away with our first lot. The Serge Attukwei Clottey, the Accra-based artist here, auction debut. We have good interest throughout the front of the sale, ladies and gentlemen, so please bear with me. If you're coming in online, I recommend you jump in early, and the same goes for the room and phones here, ladies and gentlemen, so we can open up. Already I have a bid in the book. I can start things off at 30, 40, 50, 60,000 I have with the absentee at 60 I have. Already in the book at 60,000. Who's going on at 60 I have? Ahead of all the phones at a moment, 65 online in Korea. 70 I have, ahead of the room. 70 is mine. 75 online, 80 just ahead of you, Sai. 80 is still mine. Ahead of you online in Korea at the moment. 85, now you've got it. 90, back in the book at 90,000. Ahead of our bidder in Korea. We coming in, John? 95, 100 I have. Back with the commission bidder at 100,000. Still ahead of Johnny, are we coming in? 110, Johnny Crockett, live from our Hong Kong phone bank. Thank you, Johnny, at 110. Clears the commission bidder. Johnny's got it in our Hong Kong sale room there. 120, back in London. The bid's back live in London with Simon's phone at 120,000. Ahead of you, Johnny, at 120. Still ahead of the room at 120,000 with Simon's bidder. Johnny next is 130. It's at 120,000. Still Simon's bid. Live in London here on the upper phone bank here at 120,000. Johnny, are we done? Some sort of signal? Just ahead of you, Cheyenne. 130, new place with Cheyenne Westphal. Welcome, Cheyenne, at 130. 140 back in Hong Kong. Johnny Crockett's bid once again. Back on our Hong Kong phone bank. Ahead of you, Cheyenne. Ahead of you, Simon. Ahead of you, Kate. 150,000 going on. Simon Tovey once again at 150. Ahead of Hong Kong. Ahead of you, Cheyenne. Still not in the room. Time to come back in Korea. 160 back with Cheyenne. On the phone bank here. 160,000. Cheyenne's bid now. 180. There we go. All your side. 180,000. Johnny, let's try two. 200,000 back with Cheyenne. Right on the left phone bank here, 200,000. 220's next, 220,000. Simon Tovey still going strong. In London here, 220. Ahead of you, Cheyenne. Johnny, our friend in Korea, time to come back in at 220,000 for lot one of this evening's sale. 230,000. Back with Cheyenne at £230,000. 240,000. Back with Sai at 240,000. Johnny, come back. 250,000. Several places in London on the phones here. 250. Ahead of you, Sai. 260's next. Still time to come in online. The bids for Cheyenne at 250,000, or your Cheyenne at 250,000. Sai, fair warning. Johnny, are we done? Last chance, Johnny. Selling then to you, Cheyenne. Lot one. Let's try 260. Sorry, lot one. 250,000, still with Cheyenne. Just ahead of you, Sai. I'm going to sell then at 250,000. Fair warning. 260,000, thank you so much. And I'll take 270 back from you, Cheyenne. 260, 270. Straight back with Cheyenne. Right on the edge of the phone bank here, 270,000. Johnny, I think we are done, sadly. It's just the two phones in London here, 270,000. Si, bring me 280. Selling to you, Cheyenne, at 270,000. Fair warning, last chance to our bidder in Korea. Johnny, Si, at 270,000. Sold to you, Cheyenne. Congratulations, 1138 is the paddle. Thank you so much to our bidder online also. Thank you. Lot 2 brings us to the Flora Yukhnovich, young British sensation here. The Tondo, the 2018 piece. And we can open this with interest. I have already 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000 pounds straight away. Running it up to 90 to speed things up here. At 90 I have 100 with Tamila's bidder. 120 I have Tamila. Ahead of you online. 120 in the book. 140. 160 I have. 160 is mine. 180 with Jeanette. 200 I have, Jeanette, in the book. 220 with Tobias. Just ahead of you in China. 220 is Tobias. I'm out. 240 now online in China. At 240,000 pounds online. 260 multiple places. 280 is next, Jeanette. 280 in Hong Kong now. Many, many places online at 280. 300,000 enters Kevy Yang. Welcome. At 300 on the phones in London. Just ahead of you online. 320. Rosie now, right at the back on the phone bank. 320,000. And 50 back in China online at 350,000. Many places still. 380,000 back with Rosie at 380,000 here. Not yours, Kevy. Cheyenne ahead of you. 400 back online in Hong Kong. At 400 is bid, with our bidder in Hong Kong at 400,000. Rosie Kevy, just ahead of you at the moment. Not yours, Robert, at 400 is bid in Hong Kong. To our evening bidder here in Hong Kong, currently winning, 420. Cheyenne's back at 420,000. Cheyenne's bid ahead of you in Hong Kong. 450 is next. Kevy, are we still in this? At 420, Cheyenne's bid at 420,000. Rosie. Fair warning in Hong Kong. I'm going to sell to Cheyenne's bidder here in London at 420,000. Fair warning, Jeanette, Rosie, Sai, Kevy. The gavel's up at 420,000. Kevy Yang is just on the edge of a bid. Still your Cheyenne. Thank you for your patience. At 420,000. And 50's next, Kevy. Let's try 450. Still with Cheyenne at 420. Fair warning. Gavel's up, Kevy. Last chance, no regrets on this one. At 420,000. Fair warning to our friend online. Kevy, all done at 420,000. Sold to you, Cheyenne, once again. 1138. Currently the best paddle of the sale this evening so far. Lot 3 is next. The Jadé Fadojutimi. Miss of Pleasure 2017, as expected, good interest here, ladies and gentlemen. So where should we start this one? 60, 70, 80, 100,000 I have, with the commission bidder at 100 I have. At 100, 120 with Jonathan, 140 ahead of you all. 140, 160, 180 I have. 200, 220 I have. 240, 260, 280, 300 I have, ahead of all the Hong Kong phones. 300 is mine still. 320 online, just ahead of you, madam. Would you like 350? 350 in the room, just ahead of you in Korea. The room bid has it with the lady here. 380 in Korea. 400 in the room. 420 in Korea. 450 in the room. 480 in Korea. 500 in the room. 550. 600. Ladies bid, 650 back online. 700, thank you, madam. Back in the room at 700, 750 online. Back in Korea, 800,000. Ladies bid in the room, 850 online. Just ahead of you, madam, in the room at 850,000 online. Bids in Korea at 850,000. We are waiting, madam. At 850 still online with our bidder in Korea. Any phones would like to join us just ahead of the lady in the room here on the 4th row who is skillfully negotiating a call. That's 900,000. Thank you so much, madam. Welcome back. And 50. Extremely quick reply from our friend online in Korea. Just ahead of you, madam. Let's make it a million. It's at £950,000. Online in Korea. Definitely done, madam. Thank you so much for the interest. 950 in Korea. Fair one to the phones in Hong Kong. Last chance. We all done in London here. Madam, we're definitely done. One moment is the signal coming back from the room here at 30 Berkeley Square. Still yours in Korea with our patient online bidder. We are just waiting on our room bidder with you, madam, just ahead of you at the moment. 950, selling online. Thank you so much for your interest in the room. All yours in Korea at 950,000. Sold online. Congratulations to our bidder online at 950,000, 7071. A new artist record, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Going to a new home in Korea. Lot 4. The Mae Smith, the smooth, saturated pop palette of the Invisible Woman here, 2016 piece. And I can speed things up as I have tie bids with my advance, so I can open up at 100,000. With my tie, 110 straight away in the room. I'm out. Or you'll sir, 110. In the room with the gentleman at 110. 120 online. Ahead of you, Hong Kong. 130 in the room. Gentleman's bid at 130. 140 with Tamila. 150 in the room. 200 with John McCord. Thank you. John McCord's got it. 220 back in the room in London. 220 is in London. Next to 240. 240 online, just ahead of you, John. At 240,000. Online in China, ahead of you, John. 260 with Tamila Karamova, just ahead of you, Thibaut. 280 online, many places here. 300, John McCord. Now I've got you. Who wants 320? 320 in China online. Tamila just behind the pace there. 350. Robert Manley's got it. So sorry, Kevy. Yours, 380 online. 4's next. 4. Now you've got it, Tamila. Just ahead of you in Taiwan. 400,000. Tamila Karamova's got it. And 20 back in Korea. All over. And 80 with Kathy Lynn. You're behind the pace. It's a 480 with Kathy here. 5 is next. It's a 480,000 with Kathy Lynn. 500,000. Thibaut, welcome. 5 is already bid in London. 550 online. Just out of the pace in New York there. 550's got it in China. Online. And 600,000 going on. Back with Thibaut in London. On our upper deck phone back at 600 is bid. Let's try 650 online. And 50 is bid back in China. At 650,000. That's a good strategy from Robert there. 650, just bid a million, why not? That's 650 in China. Thibaut, ahead of you. John McCord, are we coming back in?
Charlotte, Hong Kong bidding.
700,000. Welcome, Charlotte. In Hong Kong, who's entered the sale. Thank you, Charlotte. Charlotte Rainbow's bid at 700,000. Ahead of you online still. Gentleman's definitely done in the room at 7. Thibaut. Charlotte Rainbow's bid in Hong Kong on our phone bank here. Just ahead of you online. Next to 750,000 would be the next jump. Are we on this, Robert? Audio Charlotte still at 700,000. Fair winning online. Gavels up. Ahead of all the London phones, it's going to Charlotte in Hong Kong and 50. Welcome back in Korea online at 750,000. Back in Korea, welcome back. 750,000 here. Charlotte, what is your reply? London phones have quietened down currently for this lot at 750. Still in Korea, fair warning Charlotte's. Going to sell then to our bidder in Korea at 750,000. Tamila, we're definitely done on this. Thibaut, not yours. Charlotte, some sort of signal, please. Still yours in Korea. We're out, absolutely sure. Is that a clear out? Selling then in Korea. Last chance, Charlotte. We're definitely done at 750,000. Sold. Congratulations to our bidder in Korea online. 7283 is the paddle. Lots 5 brings us Tunji Adenji Jones, the pattern makers, 2019 piece here, and we have interest. We can open up with our advanced bidders. Let's start this already at 30, 40, 50, 60,000 I have. At 60 already. 70 in the room. Gentleman's bid straight away at 70. 80. Julia's bid at 80,000. 90 online. Are we coming back in the room, sir? It's at 90,000 online. 100,000 with Yassi. Where are we coming? 110 in Hong Kong. Danielle, welcome. At 110,000. 120 in London with Yassi, just ahead of you in Belgium. 120 Yassi's bid. Danielle? 130, Kathy Lynn this time, new place. 140, now you got it in Belgium. Just behind Danielle. 150's next. And 50. Just ahead Danielle, it's in London. 160 online in Belgium. Danielle? 160 in Belgium. 170, now you got it, Danielle. The bid's in Hong Kong with Danielle. 180, back in London. Very swiftly back in London at 180,000. Bring me 190. Yes, see, are we still in this? 190. Olivia, welcome. 190,000. Back in London with Olivia Thornton at 200,000. Danielle's back. 210. Olivia. 210,000 back in London at 210. Juliana? 210. Olivia's bid in London here. Kathy, Danielle, are we coming back in? Our bidder in Belgium at 210,000. Danielle is, I think, dialing. Holding. 210 still with Olivia Thornton, our head of Europe, currently has the bid in London at 210,000. Kathy, are we definitely done on this one? 220, where's the bid? In the room somewhere. On the phones, 220. Juliana has got it. 220. On the phones. It's 220 ahead of you now, Olivia. It's at 220,000. You've got it. 220. I'll take 230. So 220. Still on the phones. 230,000. Thank you, Olivia. Back with Olivia at 230. Juliana just ahead of you now. So 230. Next is 240. Olivia's bid at 230,000 here. Kathy's out. Danielle? We're coming back in Hong Kong. Last chance at 230,000. Juliana, we're coming back in. I'm selling then to Olivia at 230,000. Fair warning, Danielle. Fair warning to our bidder in Brussels. And 40. Danielle is back at 240,000. Thank you, Danielle. At 240,000 back in Hong Kong. Ahead of you, Olivia. Juliana, ahead of you too. Not in London, in Hong Kong. Still ahead of our online bidder. No? I'm selling then to Danielle at 240,000. Juliana, we're definitely done. Olivia's out and selling. Some sort of signal, Juliana? We're done at 240,000. You got it, Danielle. Goes to Hong Kong. 1038. Danielle. Our late night bidder celebrating in Hong Kong. Lot 6 is the Issy Wood, the eggplants, the car interior. And interest we have 85, 95, 100 with the advanced bidder straight away. In 110 with Filey, I heard just ahead of you, Mats. In New York with Filey at 110. You've got it, Filey, at 110. 120 with Tamila back in London at 120,000. 130's next. 130 now, you've got it, Matt's bidder. 140 back with Filey in New York at 140,000. 150 back in London. Tamila? 160 back in New York. 160,000. 170, Clara's joining us. New place. 170,000. We in the room. 180, thank you, sir. Sorry to miss you. 180 in the room with the gentleman. Here at Berkeley Square. Gentleman's bid, 190. 200,000 in New York. Ahead of you, sir. Ahead of you, Clara. Ahead of you, Mats. Filey's bid in New York at 200s. 20, sir. 220, welcome back. Gentleman's bid. Going strong in the room with the gentleman at 220,000. Centre in the room here at 30 Berkeley Square is the bids with the gentleman at 220. Clara, Matt, Filey, not yours yet. Gentleman's got it at 220,000. Or yours, sir, I'm selling to the room. 240,000. Back in New York, 260,000. Back with the gentleman in the room at 260,000. Ahead of you, Filey, at 260,000. In the room, gentleman's bid. Clara, Matt, are we done? Filey, fair warning, I'm selling to the room. 260,000 is the bid here at 30 Barclays. We have a hold coming from New York. Still with you, sir. Thank you so much for your patience here at 260,000. Matt's done. Okay. It's at 260 with you, sir, and selling at 260,000. Sold. Congratulations, sir. Well done. Goes to the room. Did I grab your paddle, please, sir? 314. Thank you. I got it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Filey, also. Lot 7, the Singer Samson. And let's start this straight away. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 I have. Straight away with the advanced bidders at 70. 70 I have up top with my advanced bidder at 70,000. 80 with Jonathan in Hong Kong, ahead of you in France. 90 with Katz, ahead of you in China. 100 with Emily, just ahead of you online. Bids in London at 100. 110 in China now. Online has it at 110. 120 with Jonathan Crockett's in Hong Kong at 120,000. 130 back online in China at 130. 140 with Emily in London at 150 straight back online at 150,000. At 150. 160 back in London. At 170 Jonathan Crockett back in Hong Kong at 170,000. Still several phones here in London at 170. Jonathan's bid at 170,000. 170,000 with Jonathan. We're coming back in online at 170,000. Katz, 180,000. Catherine Bird, back in London. 180,000 is bid. 190. Cheyenne this time. 190,000. Bring me to Emily. Jonathan, online. Katz, at 190. Bids with Cheyenne. On the edge of the phone bank, and I'm selling. Katz, Jonathan, fair warning. It's going to Cheyenne at 190,000. Kat, now another. Selling then, Kat. Fair warning online. Johnny's out. Or your Cheyenne at 190. You got it, Cheyenne. 1138. Lot 8 is the Sana Kantorowski. No eyes. And we have 3 tie bids here, ladies and gentlemen. So I can open straight away at 100,000 with my multiple tie bids. Who will break the tie? Looking for a bit of 120. So 100,000 I have in the book. 110 I'll take online in China. 120, Danielle in Hong Kong. Got you, Danielle. 130 online. Head of you, MV. 130 is online with our bidder in China. 140 is live in Hong Kong with Danielle. 150 back online in China. 150,000. 150. 160,000. Kathy Yang. 170 online. Head of you, Danielle. 190. Kathy Lin this time. 190,000. 190. 200,000. With you, Kevy, at 200,000 here. At 200 is bid in London. 220. Kathy Lynn at 220,000. 240,000. Danielle. 260's next. 240,000 with Kefi here in London. Just ahead of you online. Kathy. Would you like 260? 240,000 selling to Kevi at the moment in London. usually found 260 in Hong Kong. Thank you, Danielle. Welcome back at 260,000. Back with Danielle, 280,000. Back with Kevy at 280. Bring me 3 at 280,000. Kevy's got it. Kathy, Danielle. Selling then to Kevy at 280,000. Danielle, are we wanting to go one more? Are we waiting for a line, Laurie? No. 280. Kathy? 300,000. Danielle's got it once again in Hong Kong. Kevy Yang is clearly waiting for one more jump at 300,000 with Danielle. Kevy, no pressure. Highlighted on the end of the phone bank there, seen by everyone in the room. At 300,000. 310 I will take now. Thank you, Kevy, as you asked so politely. Kevy Yang's bid. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll take 320 from you, Danielle. 310. Kevy's bid in London here and selling at 310,000. Danielle? Are we waiting? Selling once again to Kevy. Kathy's out. Miller's out. Last chance, Danielle. We're done. All yours, Kevy, then at 310,000. Fair warning at 310. Souls. Kevy's bidder. 1021 is the paddle. New artist record, I'm pleased to announce. Slot 9 is the Shara Hughes Night Pickets. 2017. And that's 60, 70, 80, 90 starts it at 90,000. 100, 110 I have. At 110 with the advanced bidder straight away at 110. 120 online, 130 ahead of you, Filey. Mine still. 140, 150 I have. 50 is mine. 160 online now, in Korea. I'm out. 170 in Korea, multiple places. 180. 190. 200,000, all online here, many places. 220 back in Korea, 240 in Hong Kong, all online. 260 back in Korea at 260,000, 280,000, 300,000, all online. And 20 back in London with Kevy, and 50 back in Korea online. 380, still ahead of New York. 400 with Kevy, just ahead of you online. 420 in Korea. Online, 450. 480,000. 500,000. New place with Olivia. 550 straight back with our very passionate bidder in Korea here. 550,000 online, head of all the phones, and New York and Hong Kong. 6 is next. 600,000. Back with Olivia in London at 600. Come back in Korea. 650,000. Back in Korea. 7's next, Olivia at 650,000. 700,000. At 700 here. Kevy. Kevy's out. 700,000 in London with Olivia. Fair warning in Korea. We've come this far. Could try one more push at 750 would be the next bid. It's at 700,000 with Olivia Thornton in London, and I'm selling. Quite sure we're done here in Korea. We have a handout from Laurie also. Fair warning. I'm selling currently to Olivia's phone in London, just ahead of you at the moment, Laurie. If you like. 700 then with Olivia. Gavels up. Fair warning in Korea. Last chance, no regrets. Thank you, Laurie. Jeanette? Sold to you, Olivia. 1083 is the paddle. Thank you so much to our bidders online also. 10. The Reggie Hodges. Auction debut once again. And we shall open this up 30, 40, 50, 60, 60,000 I have. At 60, 70. Emily has at 80 with Maura at 80. Maura's bid at 80,000. 90 with Rosie. 100 in Hong Kong, just ahead of you in London. At 100 in Hong Kong. 110 online. 120 with Rosie. 130 in Samoa. Welcome. At 130,000 here. 150 in the room. Thank you, sir. At 150. 160 online. 170 with Cheyenne. 180 with Kate. Many places here. 180 is still in London. Cheyenne's bid. You've got 180, Cheyenne. 190 online. 190 ahead. 200,000. Back with Cheyenne at 200,000. 220. Back online at 220,000. At 220. In Samoa. We're coming back in, sir. 220 all online in Samoa. Gentleman's done. 230, Robert, yes, of course. 230,000, new place with Robert's bidder at 230,000. 230,000, Robert Manley's bid, new place, ahead of you Cheyenne. Thibaut, 240, sorry, 240, just ahead of you online. 240s with Thibaut, ahead of you online. 250,000 back in Samoa. At 250, several places still. 260,000 back in London. At 260, 3-4 phones still, and online. At 260,000 with Roberts. Ahead of you online still. At 260 is yours, Robert. 270 back in Samoa. 270,000 back in Samoa. 280's next, Robert. In Samoa, then at 270,000, Thibaut, Roberts, Hong Kong, ahead of you all at 270,000. 275 I'll take. We are well above the estimate range at 275,000, 280. Samoa doesn't hesitate at 280,000. Back online, let's try 300, Robert. So 290. Ahead of you in Samoa, 290,000. Robert Manley's bid. On the phone banks here in London. Thibaut is still live, I believe. Just ahead of you in Samoa. We could try the next increment, which would be 300. Or yours then, Robert, at 300,000. Thank you, madam. Welcome. New place at the front of the cell room with the lady here. Thank you, madam. At 300. 310. Back on the phones at 310, madam. 320 would be next. 320. Back in the room at 320,000. We done in Samoa? So 320 ahead of you, Robert. Thibaut. Cheyenne's out. All yours, madam, still. 330,000 back in Samoa. Welcome back. 330,000 ahead of you, madam. Ahead of you, Roberts. 340 would be next. 340,000. Ahead of you, madam in the room, who is eyeing up your competition online in Samoa. Just ahead of you, madam. Next is 340. 350, apologies. 340 on the phones. 340,000. Fair warning, madam. Ahead of you in Samoa, 340,000. Fair warning, madam. Route. 350,000. Thank you so much. Back in the room. Thank you, ma'am. 350. Robert's out. Shake of the head. All yours, madam. Fair warning, Samoa. I'm selling to the lady in the room here, 350,000. Last chance online. Going to the room bid here at 30 Berkeley Square with you, madam, at 350,000. Sold. Thank you so much. 292 is the paddle. Lot 11. We move to two works from Milton Avery, from the collection of the esteemed actor Peter O'Toole. The first of which is Bird by Wild Sea, the 1961 piece. Please note Should the successful bidder wish to have the letter from the Milton and Sally Avery Arts Foundation, Philips will coordinate this on their behalf after the sale. And we can open this up at 75,000 starts it for the first Avery. It's 75, 80,000, 85,000 hit. At 85,000, at 85, 90,000, 95,000, at 95 here. Head of the phones currently at 95,000. Not yours, Natalie, at 95 here. At 95,000. At 95, head of you, Yassi, at 95 here. 95, fair warning online. 100,000. Danielle, welcome. The bid's in Hong Kong at 100,000. With Danielle at 100. Elizabeth. Yassi, we on this one, and selling then currently to Danielle in Hong Kong at 100,000. 105, I'll take Elizabeth Goldberg's bid. 105 and 110's next, Danielle. 105. Elizabeth's got it. At 105. Danielle, 110. Selling then in London at 105,000. Fair warning, Danielle. We bidding? At 105. All yours, Elizabeth. Fair warning to you, Danielle. The hand is out. Some sort of signal now. 110,000. Yassi joins us. Slyly on the phone bank. At 110,000. With Yassi now. 115's next, Elizabeth. It's at 110,000 with Yassi. That's at 110. 115,000. Back with Elizabeth at 115. Ahead of you, Yassi, Danielle. Not yours at the moment. At 115,000. Yassi, 120's next. 115. Still.
Danielle bidding.
And 20. Just ahead of you, Yassi. Welcome back, Daniela. £120,000 is back on our phone bank in Hong Kong. 120,000. Let's try 130 from either phone. 120,000 here, back in Hong Kong. Fair warning. Of course, 125. Back with Yassi with our original increments here at 125,000. Bring me 130, Elizabeth. I'm going to sell then to Yassi for 125,000. Fair warning, Danielle. Last chance, Elizabeth, at 125,000, selling to Yassi's phone. Fair warning, Danielle.
Danielle bidding.
130,000, back in Hong Kong, at 130,000. For the first Milton Avery here, 130,000, back with Danielle. 135, Yassi's bid once again, at 135,000. 135, back with Yassi. If we could move the conversion board up. Thank you so much. At 135, back with Yassi. Danielle, Elizabeth. Danielle? Selling then to Yassi at 135,000. Fair warning to our second phone in London. Danielle, some sort of signal from Hong Kong. We're done. We're in.
Danielle bidding.
We're in. 140,000. Back with Danielle. At 140,000, back in Hong Kong, ahead of both of our phone bidders. No, it's not. 145, back with Yassi. 150, there we go, Yassi, thank you. 150,000. Back with Yassi's bidder. Let's try 160 from either phone. Elizabeth, still with us. Danielle. In London with Yassi then, and selling at 150,000. Fair warning, Danielle. We're done. I'm going to hammer it down at 150,000.
Danielle bidding, but can I please have 155?
155. We all heard how polite that was, ladies and gentlemen. Hard to refuse. 155 with Danielle back in Hong Kong. Selling. Fair warning. Oils Danielle at 155,000. Fair warning, Yassi. Elizabeth, we're definitely done on this one. I'm going to sell then at 155,000. Gavels up. Last chance. 160. Goldberg is back. 160,000. Back right on the end of the phone bank here in London at 160,000. Danielle. Just ahead of you, Yassi. We're out. We're in. We're out. Elizabeth, all yours at 160 then. Danielle, You versus our London phone now. I'm going to sell then to our London phone at 160,000. Fair warning.
Hong Kong bidding.
170,000.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Could we have 165?
165,000. I was being a bit cheeky there. I was trying to jump ahead.
Very much.
165,000 with Danielle. Yassi's done. Elizabeth, are we coming back in? No. All yours, Danielle. It's done the trick at 165,000. Fair warning, London. And Hong Kong at 165. You got it, Danielle. Congratulations. 1038 goes to our Hong Kong phone bank. Brings us to lot 12, the second Milton Avery, coming from, of course, the Peter O'Toole collection here. White Gull Resting, the 1963 piece. Please note, should the successful bidder wish to have a letter from the Milton and Sally Avery Arts Foundation, Phillips will coordinate this on their behalf after the sale. And we can open this up with a bid I already have at 45.50. I have bids with the advance bidder straight away at 50,000. It's mine. At 50. With the advance bidder at 50,000. Yassi, Elizabeth, we coming back in. 55 online. Welcome. I'm out. Clears the advance with our bidder online. 60,000 in Pennsylvania this time. At 60. And 5 back in Hong Kong. 65. 70,000 on the phones in London, just ahead of you in Michigan. 70s in London, 75 back in Hong Kong. Online here, 80 in Pennsylvania, online. 85 in Hong Kong. Many places online at 85,000, still ahead of you, Elizabeth, at 85. Danielle, are we coming back in? At 85,000. 90,000 back in Michigan. 95. Many places, international bidding online here at 95,000 in Hong Kong. 95. 100,000 back in Michigan. 110 in Hong Kong here at 110,000. All online at 110. Elizabeth, are we coming in? Are we coming back at 110,000 in Hong Kong? Ahead of you, Michigan. 120 with you, Michigan. 130 back in Hong Kong. 130,000 here for White Gull Resting at 130,000. All online in Hong Kong at 130,000. Ahead of you in Michigan once again. Elizabeth, I'm going to sell then to our collector in Hong Kong. 140,000 back in Michigan. At 140,000. Ahead of you in Hong Kong. Online, Elizabeth, this is the time to jump back in if you are wanting the second Milton Avery here. It's at 140,000 and selling 150,000. No, it's not yet. Back in Hong Kong. Competitive bidding online here, 150,000. All in Hong Kong at 150,000 here. Once again, ahead of you in Michigan at 150,000, Elizabeth. And selling. Going to Hong Kong at 150,000. Fair warning, we're done in London. Fair warning, Michigan. We're quite sure we're done here. Selling to our Hong Kong collector, Elizabeth, at 150,000. Sold. Goes to Hong Kong. 7123 is the paddle. Online. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Brings us to lot 13, the Lucas Arruda. Seascape, the 2013 work, and I have interest. I can open up at 85. I have bid 95. All mine. 100 just ahead of you, sir. 110 ahead of you both. 120 in the room with a gentleman's bid. 130 on the phones. Simon's bidder at 130, just ahead of the gentleman in the room. 140 just ahead of you, sir. Maura's got it. 150 with Simon. Sorry, Matt's. So I had it just ahead of you. 150,000 with Simon, 160 with Maura. So sorry to our other phones. Catherine, not yours. 170 back with Simon, just ahead of you, Matt. Si's got it. Si's got 170. 180 back with Maura, still ahead of you in the room, sir. 180. 190 online, just ahead. Online has it now. 200? 200,000. Kathy Lynn at 200 has bid in a new place. On the edge of the phone bank, 220 with Maura. Back 240 in the room, madam. So 220, 240, thank you so much. Right at the back of the room. Ladies' bid. At 240,000, welcome. 260, back on the phones. Adam? 260 on the phones. Give you a moment, madam, to think it over. At 260, 280,000. 280. Sure, madam? So 280 with Kathy. Maura, what is your reply? Gentleman's done. At 280,000, Kathy's bid. I'm selling. Maura, madam, definitely done on this one at 280,000. Going to my colleague on the phone, otherwise, at 280,000. Fair warning. Maura, at 280. Kathy's got it. 1076 is the paddle. To Kathy Lynn. Lot 14. It's a wonderful Duma, The Believer, the 2005 work here, probably from an important European collection, as shown upstairs in the ground floor gallery there. And we can open this up at 950,000, starts at £1 million here, 1,100,000 here, at 1,200,000, 1,300,000 here. Ahead of the room currently in the phones at 1,300,000 here, at 1,300,000. So we're coming in New York at 1.3. Just ahead of you, Cheyenne, at the moment at 1,300,000 here, at 1,300,000. Ahead of you, Kate, also at 1,300,000 now, at 1,300,000 for the Duma. At 1,300,000, fair warning to the rooms and the phones, at 1,300,000, 1,400,000 with Kevy, 1,350,000 with Kevy. Thank you, Kevy. At 1,350,000 is bid with Kevy on the phones at 1,350,000. With Kevy Yang, just ahead of you, Cheyenne, at the moment, at 1,350,000 with Kevy. 1,350,000 ahead of the room. Last chance, Cheyenne. At 1,350,000. We are selling then. Gavels up at 1,350,000. You got it, Kevy. Paddle, please. 11:45. Lot 15 is the Titus Kaphar. And we can open this at 150, 160, 170,000 here. 170. Starts it off at 170,000, 180,000. Thank you, Si. 190. Just ahead of you, Si, at the moment at 190,000. Not yours in Hong Kong. At 190,000. 200,000. Kate Bryan, the head of sale, joins us at 200,000 for the Titus Kaphar. All yours, Kate, at the moment at 200,000. Natalie, you are looking as if you would like to join us at 200,000 with Kate. At 200, all yours, Kate, at 200,000. And 20 with Danielle. You place in Hong Kong. 220,000. Welcome back, Danielle, at 220,000. Kate? Cheyenne? At 220,000 with Danielle. Selling at 220,000, 230,000. Cheyenne's bid now at 230,000. The bid is back in London, ahead of you, Danielle. Kate Bryan, are we still in this at 230,000 with Cheyenne? The head of sales out, sadly. Cheyenne's bid currently winning at £230,000. Danielle, would you like 250? It's at 230,000.
Danielle bidding.
250,000 with Danielle, back in Hong Kong. 250,000. 240,000. Of course, Danielle, 240,000. $250,000. Back in London. Cheyenne Veshal's bid in London here. 250,000. Kate, we're definitely done. Shame. 250 with Cheyenne. Danielle, fair warning, I'm going to sell to our London phone bank here. We're definitely done. That's an out, I believe. Thank you, Danielle. All your Cheyenne at 250,000. Sold. 1117 is the paddle. Lots 16. We move on to the Albert Oehlen, the retrospective from 1986, coming from an important Canadian collector here. And we can open this up at 900,000 starts it. For the Oehlen at 950,000. 1 million here at 1 million, just ahead of all. 1-1 straights with Cheyenne on the phones at 1,100,000 here. At 1,100,000 with you, Cheyenne, on the phones at 1-1. Bids in London with Cheyenne once again at 1,100,000. Alice, are we on this one? At 1,100,000. Fair warning. Oil Cheyenne. Alice at 1,100,000. Sold. Oil Cheyenne. 10-12 is the paddle. Lot 17, the Sigmar Polke. The early 1968 work, the Stoff Builder series. Impressive and extensive exhibition history, same collection since it was bought in 1974. And we can open up the early polka here at 1,500,000. I have bid in the book already at 1,500,000 with my bidder in the book at 1,516,17 here at 1,700,000. 1,800,000 with Olivia. 1,900,000 ahead of you, Olivia. 2 million with Olivia Thornton's bid at 2 million. I'm out. Clears the absentee. With Olivia's bid at 2 million. 2,200,000 with Oog. Just ahead of you, madam. It's 2,200,000 on the phones. Would you like 2,400,000? 2,500,000, even better. Thank you, madam. In the room up front at 2,500,000. Ladies' bid, front row. 2,500,000. Olivia? Head of you, Oog. At 2,500,000. All yours, madam. Front row here at Berkeley Square with the lady at 2,500,000. Ahead of you, Cheyenne. Olivia, Oog. Not yours currently. At 2,500,000. All yours, madam, still at 2,500,000. Oog. We're done. All yours, madam, then in the room at 2,500,000. Olivia, Cheyenne, we're done. Matt. All yours, madam, at 2,500,000. Alice. Trier. Dr. Trier. All yours, madam. Congratulations. 2,500,000 goes to the room. Lot 18, the Günther Förg here, the late 2008 piece, and we shall open this at 240,000 starts it. At 240, 260,000, 280,000. Who's coming in at 280? 300,000. Thank you. 320, just ahead of you online. At 320,000 here. At 320, 350 with Alice. At 350,000 with Alice Trier. At 350,000 here. Alice's bid at 350,000. At 350 with Alice. At 350. Or yours, Alice, at 350,000. Matt, are we coming back in at 350,000 here? At yeah, okay, 360,000 with Matt's. At 360,000. We're coming online at 370,000. Back with Alice. At 370,000. 380,000. Out of the room still. 390,000. 400,000. 400,000 with Matt. 410,000. 410 here, back with Alice at 410,000. 420,000, all on the phones in London here. We're coming in Hong Kong, Johnny, at 420,000. At 420,000 here. At 420,000. 430,000 back with Alice. At 430,000. 440,000, thank you, Matt. At 440,000. Going strong in London, still trying to come in. 450,000, Alice has it. Johnny, are we on this? At 450,000. 460,000. At 460. 460,000 with Matt. Still just ahead of you, Alice. 470,000, thank you. 470,000. 480,000. 480,000. Definitely done. 480,000 with you, Mats, and selling. We're quite sure, Alice, we don't want one more. Come all this way. 480,000. 480,000 with you, Mats, and selling at 480,000, unless Peter would like to come in. Still Matt's bid. 490. Welcome, Peter Sumner. New place. Thank you, Pete. 490,000. Sure, Matt. We've stopped at an unusual point. It's a 490 with Peter. Selling to Pete then for 490. We've definitely done that. We don't want one more. 490,000. Or yours, Pete, at 490,000. Sold to you, Pete.
Thank you so much, sir. 1142.
1142 is the paddle. Thank you so much, Pete. Lot 19 is the Butzer. Chips and Pepsi and Medicine das Glück. The 2003 piece here. Please note the following. The sale, this work will be conserved under the supervision of the artist's studio. And we have interest. I can start it already at 65, 75, 80,000. I have bid with the advance bidder at 80. I have. At 80 is mine. 85, 90, 95, 100 I have. 110 with Jonathan in Hong Kong at 110,000. 120 with Alice in London. 120,000 back with Alice. Johnny, 130 back with Jonathan, just ahead of you, not yours online. 140, sorry? 140, Simon's bid, new place. Let's try 150, even better, online at 150,000. 150. It's at 150 here, just ahead of you, Alice. 160, Simon's bid. Johnny?
Jonathan bidding.
170 with Jonathan Crockett now. Thank you, Johnny. 180 back in London, just ahead of you online at 180,000 with Si. At 180,000. 190 got you, Johnny. Jonathan Crockett's bid. 200,000 going on in London, just ahead of you online still. We're just behind the pace. 220, no we're not. Back online in Hong Kong at 220,000.
Will you take 230, sir?
It's at 220,000. Si, do you want to take 240? $230, Johnny's bid, back in Hong Kong at 230,000. Jonathan's got it in Hong Kong at 230,000, ahead of you online. 240 back on Philips.com in Hong Kong. Online, ahead of you, Johnny, on our phone bank. 250 with you, Johnny, at 250,000. Back on the phone bank with Jonathan Crockett. 260,000 online. At 260,000. 270,000. Back with you, Johnny. 270,000. 280,000. Online. 280. Ahead of you, Johnny. Si, we're done. At £280,000. Bid is currently 290,000. Back in Hong Kong on our phone bank with Jonathan. 300,000. Online, once again at Philips.com. Head of all our London phones currently at 300,000. 320. Thank you so much, Johnny. 320,000. At 320. Going on in Hong Kong at 320,000. Let's try 350 online. It's at 320,000. 320,000 with Jonathan Crockett. Live on the phone bank at 320,000. Fair warning online. I'm going to sell then to our phone bidder on our phone bank. Last chance in Hong Kong. Are we coming back in?
It was 310.
310 is fine.
310.
That's okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine. Thank you, Johnny. At 310. So 310,000. We want to come back in then online. It's at 310. Next bid would be 320. 320,000 back online. Welcome back in Hong Kong at 320. Let's try one more step. 320,000. Johnny is hovering still online at 320,000. London is out at 320,000 here. Bids in Hong Kong on Philips.com. Fair warning, Johnny, I'm going to sell online at 320,000. Are we done? Johnny, some sort of signal, please. We're done. Thank you so much for the interest. At 320, selling online at 320,000 here. Sold online. Congratulations to our bidder in Hong Kong, 7061. 320,000 is the hammer. Lot 20, we move on to the Caterina Grossa, the 2017 piece here, and I have interests in the book. And I'll open it up at 85 is bid. 95, 100, 110 I have. All mine at 110,000, 120, 130. Ahead of you, Yassi. It's my bid at 130, 140, Tobias. Just ahead of you in Turkey. I'm out. Clears the absentee. Toby's got it. 150. Back with Yassi. At 160. Just ahead of you in Turkey. 160,000 with Toby. 170. Just ahead MV. Yassi's bid at 170,000. 180. Now you got it in Turkey. Welcome at 180,000. Online. Tobias, not yours. Yassi, ahead of you still at 180,000. Bids in Turkey, online at 180,000. Tobias, would you like to go 190? MV, 190,000. You place with MV now at 190,000, ahead of Tobias, ahead of our bidder in Turkey, 200,000. Back in Turkey, at 200 is bid. Selling in online in Turkey at 200,000. 220. Kevi Yang is back, ladies and gentlemen, at 220,000. MV, what do you say to that? At 220 with Kevi. Just ahead of you in Turkey still. Bring me 240. 220,000 and selling with Kevi's bidder at 220,000. Fair winning MV to Miller. Last chance online in Turkey. I'm going to sell then for 220,000. Yassi's done. MV. Selling to Kevi's bidder then for 220,000. Kevi's got it. 1095. Thank you so much for our bidder in Turkey. Please stay with us. We move to lot 21, the singer. The 2018 work here off the back of the very successful Hauser show, and we shall open this up at 100,000 only. 110, 120, 130, 140 here. At 140 only here. 150 with Esau, just ahead of you, Natalie. 160 with Natalie, just ahead of you online. 160 with Natalie. 170 in China online. Sorry, Esau, just ahead of you. 180 in London. 190 with Esau. Now you've got it. 200,000 with Natalie. Sakim Bulakia has it in London. 220 back with Esau. Your bid, Esau, at 220,000. 240 online. Thank you so much. At 240. 260 with you, Esau. At 260,000. 280,000 online. In China. 280 is bid online then. Natalie? Online has it at 280,000. Esau. Next is 300. Sure? Natalie's out. Going then to our bidder in China online at 280,000. 300,000. Back with Esau. On our phone bank in Hong Kong at 300,000. London is out. Just ahead of you online then. Bring me 320 to our bidder in China. It's at 300,000 with Esau. Head of our contemporary department in Hong Kong. 320,000. Back online with our bidder in China. Welcome back. At 320. Esau's out. Thank you so much for the interest. Natalie, we're definitely done. Selling to our friend online then for 320,000. Or yours. Goes to our bidder online. 7107 is the paddle number. Lots. 22, the Ed Richet, the Doric, the 96 piece here. And we shall open this up at 240, 260, 280,000 starts it off. 300 with Svetlana, 320,000. Head of you, Svetlana, at 320,000, 350,000. Svetlana Maric is currently winning the bid at 350,000. On the phone for Svetlana at 350,000. Or your Svetlana at 350. Fair winning online. We're coming in at 350,000 only here. Or your Svet at 350. You got it. 1119. Loud and clear. Thank you, Svetlana. Lot 23. Yayoi Kusama, the silver nets. 2011 piece here, interest I have in the book, so I can open up with my commission bidder. 900,000 I have, and 50. 1 million I have. 1,200,000 I have. All mine at 1,200,000 here, with my absentee bidder. 1,300,000 online in Hong Kong, just ahead of you, Olivia, at 1,300,000. 1,300,000 online. 1,300,000. 1,400,000. Olivia's bid now. I'm out. Clears the commission bid at 1,400,000. We're coming back in online. 1,400,000 with Olivia. Sai. 1,400,000 here. Olivia Thornton's bid at 1,400,000. We're coming back in online. 1,500,000. Robert Manley's new place at 1,500,000. Ahead of you, Olivia, Sai. Robert's got it at 1,500,000. We're coming back in online. Olivia is out. Sai is out. All yours, Roberts, at 1,500,000. Fair warning online. It's going to London at 1,500,000. Sold to you, Roberts. 11.42 at 1,500,000. Thank you so much online. Congratulations, Roberts. Lot 24. We come to the wonderful early Hirst spot, the 92 piece, originally bought from J. Joplin Fine Arts. Very much a piece of British art history here, and we can open this up at 320, starts at 350, 380,000. At 380,000 for the Hirst. At 380, 400,000, thank you, 420. At 420,000, just ahead of you, Jeremiah, at the moment. At 420,000 here. At 420, we're coming back in at 420,000. 450 with Natalie. Natalie's bid at 450,000 here. Natalie's got it at 450,000. Ahead of all the phones. Emily? We're waiting for a phone. Still yours, Natalie, at 450,000. Peter? Roberts? At 450,000 here. Jeremiah, are we on this one at 450? 480,000. Kevy's now got it. New place at 480. Next is 5, Natalie. 500,000. Natalie Zakim Bulaki's bid at 500. Head of you, Kevy. Elizabeth, Cheyenne, Peter. Still in this at 500. Natalie's got it at 500,000. Head of the room. Kevy? Going to sell to Natalie at 500,000. Natalie's got it. 550,000. Kevy's going on at 550. Next is 6, Natalie. 550,000. Kevy Yang's bid at 550,000 Great British pounds is with Kevy, head of Shane and Emily still, who are working hard. 560 I will take, Natalie. 560, and I'll take 570 back from you, Kevy. It's 560, so I'll take 570. 560,000 still with Natalie. 570,000. Still time to get a phone line here. At 570,000 with Kevy. 580's next. 570,000 with Kevy then. At 570,000. Fair warning, Natalie. Going to let this one go. At 570, Emily. Kevy's got it, and I'm selling to Kevy's bidder, unless Natalie would like 580,000, would be the next jump. 580. Thank you, Natalie. 580,000. And 90's next, Kevy. 580,000 pounds with Natalie's bidder. All on the end of the phone bank here at 580,000, and selling to Natalie for 580, Kevy. Are we coming in at 580,000? 590,000. 590. 590,000. Back with Kevy. 6 is next, Natalie, at 590. Head of the room. Or with Kevy at 590,000. We are still waiting for a phone, which we hope will join us on the lot at 590 with Kevy and selling. Last chance, Natalie gabbles up. Fair warning. I'm going to sell it. Shay and Emily, thank you for trying at 590,000. Sold to you, Kevy. Paddle number, please, Kevy. 1091 goes to Kevy's bidder. Thank you so much. Lot 25. The Damien Hirst, the cabinet here. Precious moments. Please note the seller of this lot has been guaranteed a minimum price, financed in whole or in parts by a third party. And with that in mind, we can open this up at 650,000. Starts at 650 hit, 700,000, 750,000 here. 800 is bid. Cheyenne's bid on the phones at 800. It's with Cheyenne at 800,000. It's a bid I can sell to on the phones here at 800. With Cheyenne at 800,000. Fair warning to the room. I'm going to sell them for 800,000. Wheel done. Or your Cheyenne at 800 here. Sold. Cheyenne's bid. Do we have a paddle number, please? Cheyenne, do we have a paddle? 1135. Thank you so much. Juggling phones there. Lots. 26. The early Gilbert and George. The 1978 work here. And we can open this up at 240,000, 260,000, 280 here. Starts it at 280,000, 320, 320,000 for the early Gilbert and George at 320,000. Who's jumping in? At 320,000 here. 340's bid. Cheyenne's got it at 340,000. Cheyenne's bid at 340,000 on the phones. At 340,000. Matt, are we on this? 360,000. Thank you, Oog. New place with Oog's bidder at 360,000. No, thank you for the bid, Cheyenne. All yours, Oog, at 360,000. Going to Oog Joffre's phone at 360,000. All yours, Oog, at 360. Sold. Thank you so much, Oog. Do we have a paddle number, Oog? Rosie, maybe we could... 1130. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Oog. Lots 27 is next. The Chris Ofili, the triple beam Dreamer, the 2001-2002 work here, included in the Tape Britain Ofili retrospective in 2010, and also the wonderful New Museum Night and Day survey in 2014. And we shall open this up at 420,000. Starts at 450,000, 480,000 for the Ofili. At 480,000. Who's coming in? 500 is bid. Thank you, Tamila. 550, just ahead of you, Tamila. At 550,000. 600 is bid. On the phones with Tamila Karamova. 650. Laurie, welcome. New place at 650,000. 700 back with Tamila at 700,000. Tamila's bid at 7. Still ahead of you, Matt. Laurie at 700. 720. Yeah, that's okay. 720. That's 720,000 and 50 to Miller. 740,000. Slicing and dicing. 740. Let's try 760. Laurie. Matt, we still in this at 740 with Tamila Karamova. 760. 780 is next, Tamila. 760,000. 780,000 going on with Tamila in London at 780. Next bid is 800,000. 780. Matt's, we on this still? All yours, Tamila, at 780,000 and selling to Tamila's bidder. We're going to jump in now. 800,000. Matt Langton pounces like a leopard at 800,000. 820,000. Back with Tamila. 3 places still at 820,000. We're done, Matt. Laurie, we're still in this one. At 820,000. Tamila Karamova's bid. Matt Langton, short and sweet. Thank you for the bid, Matt. Laurie. You versus Tamila now. 2 phones left in this. It's currently with Tamila at 820,000. We could try 850. Quite sure. You've got it, Tamila, at 820,000. Fair warning. Matt's phone's down. Laurie's out at 820. All yours, Tamila. 1103 at 820. Lot 28 brings us to the first of several works from the collection of Peter Shimoni. Several Max Ernst here. This work has been in the same collection for over 30 years, the Pyramid Lake 1946 piece, and we shall open this up at 240,000 starts it, 260,000, 280,000 I have, at 280, 300,000, 350,000 with you, Jeremiah, 350, at 350 with Jeremiah. Are we coming in, Olivia? 350 with Jeremiah, 380 with Olivia, thank you. You got it, Olivia, at 380,000. 400 with Laurie. Welcome back, Laurie, at 400. 420, Olivia's bid, at 420,000. Jeremiah, we coming back? 450. Back with Laurie, Spector's bid, at 450,000 with Laurie. Jeremiah is out, I believe, 470,000, thank you. Let's try 5, Laurie. It's at 470 with Olivia's bidder, at 470,000. Head of the room currently at 470. 480. 480. 490. 500,000, thank you. Of 500 here. Of 500,000. Sure? Could try another 20. It's at 500 with Laurie. Jeremiah's out. Olivia's out. All yours, Laurie, for 500,000 here. You got it. 1088. Lot 29. The second Ernst. Martin Soir, 1930 piece. Please note that this work is presented in the artist's frame, and we have a bid in the book already, so I can start straight away at 120, 30, 40, 50, 60 I have. 160,000 with my commission bidder. Straight away at 160, 170 in the room. Thank you, madam. I'm out. All yours, madam, in the room. 180 online. Portugal's bid. Madam, just ahead of you at the moment, discussing, I'm sure, with very good advice for the gentleman standing next to you at 180,000. The bid is currently in Portugal, online at 180,000. Just ahead of you, madam. 190 would be the next jump, sir. Madam. 180, I'm selling online then, fair warning. We're all done. Thank you so much for the interest at 180,000, going online at 180,000. Sold online to our bidder in Portugal, 7261. Thank you so much for the bid in the room, sir and madam. Lot 30 brings us on to the Om, conceived in 1960, cast in 1966. And we can open this all the way down at 50, starts at 60,000 here. That's 60,000 only. That's 60. Who's coming in at 65? Alice is 65, just ahead of you, Svetlana. 65,000 with Alice, 70,000 with Laurie, 75 with Svetlana, 80,000 with Alice. Alice Trier has it at 80,000, another 5, Laurie. Svetlana, 85,000, back with Svetlana Maric, 90,000 with Laurie. Several phones here, 90, 95,000 with Alice, at 95. And 95,000, the bids with Alice, at 95,000. Would you like 100, Svetlana? It's a 95 with Alice's bid. 100,000. Svetlana's bid at 100. 110. Head of our online interest at the moment at 110,000. 3 phones in this still in London at 110,000. Laurie, Svetlana, ahead of you at 110. 115, I believe, was the bid. 115,000. 120,000. Still ahead of our online bidder. Laurie, is the phone down? 120,000. Alice's bid and selling, Svetlana. Fair warning. We're done. All yours, Alice, at 120,000. Last chance bet and selling for 120,000. You got it, Alice. 1046 is the paddle. Lot 31. The last of the Ernst lots here's 1950 piece this time, and interest we have at 140,000 starts it with a commission bid, and 50, and 60, and 70, and 180 I have. All mine at 180,000 in the book. With the commission bidder at 180, 190, Olivia's bid. I'm out. Clears the commission bidder at 190,000. Olivia's bid at 190, currently in selling. Oils Olivia, 190. Fair warning, Alice, we on this one at 190,000. Last chance online. Oils Olivia then at 190,000. All done at 190. Oils Olivia. 1106 is the paddle. Lot 32. Jean Fautrier, I'm Falling in Love, the 1957 piece here. Please note the seller of this lot has been guaranteed a minimum price financed in whole or in parts by a third party who may continue bidding on the lot. And we can open this up. The Fautrier at 420,000 starts it, 450,000, 480,000 hit, at 480, 500,000, and 50, at 550, 570 with Jeremiah. At 6 is next, Natalie. 580. Can we try 6, Natalie? It's at 570 with Jeremiah. 590 I will take. I'll split it with you, Natalie, at 590,000. Just ahead of you, Jeremiah, 590. With Natalie, or yours, Natalie, at 590,000. Ahead of you, Jeremiah, at 590. Fair one in the room, selling 600,000. Welcome, Esau, at 600,000. Thank you so much. It's 600,000 with Esau. At 600 then. Would you like another 10, Natalie? At 600,000, just ahead of you, Natalie. At 600,000 with Esau. Jeremiah's out. At 600,000. Selling then to Esau's bidder in Hong Kong at 600,000 here. Fair warning, Natalie, we're done at 600. Oils at 600,000. 605,000 I'll take, Natalie. Of course, 605,000's bid with Natalie. And I'll take a small jump from you also, Esau, if you'd like 610,000. 605,000 pounds with Natalie is back. 610,000 back with Esau in Hong Kong at 610. We're definitely done. Thank you for the extra bid, Natalie. Fair warning then, I'm selling to Esau in Hong Kong on the phone back at 610,000 pounds. Sold to you, Esau. Congratulations. Paddle, please. 1113 goes to Esau in Hong Kong. Lot 33. Maria Helena Vera de Silva. Champ de Saint-Clair, the 1958 piece. And we can open this up at 260 starts it. 280, 300,000 hit. At 300. 320,000, 350,000. Just ahead of you, Maura, 350. Would you like 380? It's at 350,000. At 350,000. Just ahead of you, Maura, at the moment. Matt, not yours either. Ahead of you online at 350,000 here. At 350. At 350,000. Just ahead of you, Maura, at the moment at 350. At 350,000. Next bid is 380, Maura. The hand is out. It's hovering at 350,000. Quite sure, Maura. We could try a small jump, if you like, at 350,000. Just ahead of you at the moment. Matt, are we on this one? Sure, Maura? 360 if you wish. It's at 350,000, just ahead of you, Maura. Try one more bid. At 350, fair warning. Last chance then, Marianne, are we on this one at 350,000? Gavels up. At 350. It's a pass at 350,000. Lots 34 is next, the Sean Scully, the green yellow figure, the 2002 piece. And let's start at 280, 300,000, 320,000. At 320 here, 350,000, 380,000, several places. at 380,000 here. Just ahead of you, Olivia, 380,000. Ahead of you on the phones, Kat, not yours either. 400,000 with Catherine Bird on the phone here at 400. Olivia, Matt, not yours, at 400 and selling. At 400,000 with Kat's. At 400,000, Olivia, for 20. 420 with Olivia's bidder. Just out of you, Cats, at 420. Next is 450. 440, absolutely. Oil's Cat at 440,000. Could try 460, Olivia, at 440,000. Cat Bird's bid at 440,000. 450, of course, at 450,000 here. At 450. Should we try 480, Cat? It's at 450,000 with Olivia. Sure, we're all done. At 450,000 with Olivia. Last chance, Cats, Matt's. Small jump, Cat, if you like. At 450,000, selling at 450. Sold to Olivia. 1149, 450,000. Lot 35 is the condo, the showgirl. As shown on your screens and displayed upstairs. And we can open up with interest I have in the book. At 800,000 is bid with my commission bidder. At 800 I have, and 50. 900 I have in the book. At 900,000. All mine with my commission bidder at 900, 950,000. 1 million I have. Just ahead of you online at 1 million is mine. Just ahead of you online. Are we coming back in Korea? It's at 1 million with my bidder in the book at 1 million pounds here. At 1 million, just ahead of you in Korea. All in the book with my commission bidder here, 1 million here. Are we on the phones on this one, Laurie? 1 million. I've got it. Fair warning. We're definitely not coming back in Korea. It's going to sell to the book otherwise. My commission bidder has it. Last chance at 1 million here, all mine. At 1 million pounds. Sold to the commission bidder. Paddle number 6003. Lot 36, the Ruscha gunpowder from 1972. And interest I have 130, 40, 50, 60, 170,000 I have with advance bid. Straight away, it's all mine. 170. With my advance bidder, 170 I have ahead of you in Korea. 180 would be next. 180 with Matt. Thank you, Matt. 180, 190 I have. 200,000 with Matt. I'm out. Clears the advance. Matt's bidder on the phones at 200,000 and selling. Are we coming back in online? Fair warning, Hong Kong also. Matt, you've got it at 200,000. Marianne? Matt's bid at 200,000. Clears the advance. Last chance online. We're definitely done. It's selling to Matt Langton in London unless Simon Tovey would like to bid 220. Would be next, Si. Just ahead of you at the moment. Matt's got it currently at 200,000. Full start. Thank you so much for the efforts, Si. And selling, all yours, Matt, at 200. Goes to the phones. 1007 to our senior specialist in London, Matt Langton here. Lot 37 is the Hammonds. Elephant Dung. The 1986 work here, coming from an important private Belgium collection and included in the PS1 Rousing the Rubble exhibition in 1990. And we can open this up at 95, 100, 110, 120 already to start it. 120,000 here. For the Hammonds at 120,000. 130 with Marianne Hoots on the phones and selling at 130,000. Marianne's bid. We on this one, Oog? It's at 130. Marianne's bid. Laurie is also on this. 140,000. The bids with Oog Joffre on the far phone bank here. All in London at 140,000. Ahead of you, Marianne. Laurie, 150,000. Back with Marianne, 160,000. Oog's got it once again at 160,000. Change of ear, Marianne. 160, indeed, 170. Back with Marianne, 180 back with Oog. 180. Still trying to come in online. Ahead of you, Marianne, at 180,000. Oog's bid at 180,000. Laurie? Marianne, just ahead of you, and selling to Oehlen then at 180,000. Fair warning. Would you like 190? Selling to Oehlen, last chance. Going to you, Oehlen. Fair warning, Marianne, at 180,000. You got it, Oehlen, at 180. 1126, thank you so much. Lots 48, the Rotella, the 1956 piece. And we can open this all the way down at 70,000 starts it. And 5, 80,000 here, at 80,000. 85,000, 90,000. At 90,000 for the Rotella, at 90,000 pounds. At 90,000, we on this one, Tamila. At 90,000, head of you, Carolina. At 90,000 here. Fair one in the room at 90,000. Johnny, we on this one in Hong Kong. At 90,000. Kate. Sparse at 90. Lots 39 is withdrawn as announced, so we move to lot 40, the Mickalene Thomas. Portrait of Lily in black and white, and we can start this at 100 starts it. 110, 120, at 120,000, 130, 140, just ahead of you, Tamila, at the moment. At 140,000. 150 is bid with Tamila. Ahead of you, Robert, also at 150,000. All with you, Tamila, and selling at the moment at 150,000. We are holding 160. Jonathan Crockett is back. At 160,000 in Hong Kong with Jonathan. 165 with the great Tamila Karamova. 165,000. 170 online now. In California, 170. Let's try 180. Just ahead of you, Johnny. We're bidding 180, Johnny?
Yes, please.
180 with Jonathan Crockett. Back in Hong Kong. Thank you, Johnny. 190 is next online. 190. Thank you, Tamila. Back in London with Tamila's bidder at 190,000. Ahead of you, Robert, still. Ahead of you online, Johnny. Not quite with you. At 190,000. 200,000. Back with Johnny. Johnny's bid at 200,000 in Hong Kong. Tamila is out, sadly. Still ahead of you online. Johnny's got it at 200,000. Currently selling in Hong Kong, unless, Robert, you would like to come back in. At 200,000, fair winning online. Last chance at 200,000. All yours, Johnny. Goes to Hong Kong, 1024 with Jonathan in Hong Kong. Congratulations, Johnny. Lot 41 is the Warhol Lenin. The late 1986 piece here, and we can open up at 240,000, 260,000, 280 here. At 280,000, 300, thank you. 320, just ahead of you. 340 with Cheyenne. On the phones in London at 340,000 here. And selling, not yours, Robert. Try 350 would be next. 340,000. No? Tamila? Currently with Cheyenne's bidder at 340,000 and selling at 340. Carolina Lanfranchi, are we on this one also at 340? I'll take a small jump of 10 if you'd like, Tamila. At 340,000 currently with Cheyenne. Robert is out. Fair winning to our Hong Kong team also. Last chance, Tamila. I'm going to sell then. Cheyenne's got it at 340,000. Tamila Karamova, fair winning at 340. Sold to you, Cheyenne. 1124 is the paddle. 42 is next. Richard Prince, My Life as a Weapon. And 260, 280, 300,000 starts it at 300,000 here. 320 and 50 at 350,000. At 350,000 here for the Prince. At 350,000. Are we coming in online? At 350,000. At 350, are we on the phones, Olivia? At 350,000. Svet, are we on this one? At 350. Fair warning. At 350,000. For the Richard Prince here, we have A hovering phone from Svetlana Maric at 350,000 only. Next bid is 380. At 350, not yours, Alice. Ahead of you, Olivia. Fair warning to our Hong Kong and New York team at 350,000 here. Now on other Svetlana. Gavels up at 350,000. 360 is bid. I'll take it. Or your Svetlana. 360,000. Svetlana's bid at 360,000. Selling to Svetlana at 360. Fair warning at 360,000. Sold. Thank you, Svetlana. We've got a paddle number. You have the paddle on your phone. Svetlana, we will 188. Thank you so much to Svetlana. Lot 43 is the Stingle here, the 2004 piece, and 320 starts it, and 50, 380,000. At 380, 400,000. At 420,000 here. At 420 here. At 420,000, ahead of all the phones at 420,000 only. At 420, we're coming in the room, sir. At 420. Just ahead of you online also, fair warning to our Hong Kong team. At 420,000. We're coming in, Olivia, at 420,000. Matt, are we on this one? At 420. Fair warning. Okay, Brian. At 420. Last chance at 420,000. We're done at 420 here. Savas at 420. Lots 44, the final lot of this evening's sale. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience throughout. And we come to the Cory Arcangel Photoshop here with interests. I can open up at 85, 90, 95 already here. At 95, 100 is bid, with Cheyenne at 100,000 here. Cheyenne's bid currently winning at 100 only. At 100,000, it's bid in London on the phones at 100,000. Cats, Mats, 110 with Catherine Bird, 120 with Tamila at 120,000. Tamila's bid at 120. Cheyenne, are we out? 130 with Peter Sumner. 130s with Peter. Thank you, Tamila. At 130,000. We could try 140. At 130 with Peter. At 130. Catherine, are we coming back? At 130,000 still with Peter's bidder. At 130,000. Svetlana, are we on this one? 140,000. Welcome back, Catherine. At 140,000. Going on, Pete. Let's try 150. At 140 with Catherine Bird. The final lot of this evening's sale, currently with Catherine at 140,000. Alice Trier's looking as if you would like to jump in. 145 I'll take. 150 even better from Peter. Thank you. 150. Let's try 160, Alice, at 150,000 with Peter. 150. 155 I'll take, Alice. At 155 as it's the last lots. At 155 here. Cats. 160 back with Peter Sumner at 160,000. Another 5, Alice, if you'd like it. At 160,000 with Peter Sumner. Catherine Bird is still with us. 165. Alice Trier's bid, once again, at 165,000. Still time to come in, Catherine. At 165 is bid. At 165,000. 170,000. Catherine Bird returns. At 170,000. Several places still. At 170,000. With Catherine, 175. Pete's got it once again. At 175,000. Alice, Cats, let's try 180 from either phone. At 175,000. Pete's bid still at 175. Fair warning. Last lot of the sale this evening, selling then 180,000. Catherine Bird determined bidding on the final lots of the sale at 180. Another 5, Pete. 180,000 with Catherine's bidder at 180,000. Last lot, Pete. The lights are very strong on you right now. Another 5 might do it. Catherine's bid at 180,000 and selling. Alice? Fair warning, Pete. I'm going to sell then. Final lots of this evening's sales going to Catherine Bird on the phone bank in London here. Fair warning, Pete. Last chance online. Last chance, Alice. Final warning in the room at 180. 185. It's back with Alice Trier. Returning to the lots, Alice. Not giving up. I like it. At 185,000. Catherine Bird, what do you say to that? At 185. Back with Alice Trier. For the Arcangel at 185. We're definitely done, Pete. Last lot then. We're definitely done selling. All yours, Alice, at 185,000. We're definitely done, Pete. In or out? At 185,000. We're done? It's sold. All yours, Alice. 1082. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.